Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Grant Smith, author of Everything You Need to Ace Computer Science and Coding in One Big Fat Notebook. Thanks for joining us, Grant.
Thanks for having me, Fred.
Well, we all know that these days a lot of young people are home learning, whether it's in school or trying to learn on their own, distance learning. And obviously you wrote this book before all of this came to be, but tell us what your thoughts are about that and the importance of this book that you're out with.
Yeah, I think it's great timing that it's coming out now. I kind of wish it came out a little bit sooner so that it was already out and ready when everything started to happen. But it's a great opportunity for kids to learn computer science and coding at home. Many schools still don't teach computer science and coding, and this book is geared towards the middle school level. And at the middle school level, very often we don't see computer science classes. So this is a great opportunity for kids to pick up this book and learn some of these concepts at home and dig in a little bit, or get ready for class when they go back if they do have computer science classes after school. And it's a great opportunity for kids to learn about computer science and coding, not just if they want to become a software engineer, but because we live in a digital world, and it's a great thing to learn for any job that you want to have.
Describe for us what some of the things kids will get out of it are. What are the concepts and such that you're focused on here?
This book is unique in that it's one of the only books, if not the only book, that actually covers all 5 concept areas in the computer science standards for middle schools. So it goes over algorithms and programming, which covers Scratch, Python, and web development, which is HTML and CSS in this book. And so it covers those 3 different programming languages, or with HTML and CSS as well. But then it also goes into computing systems, that goes into hardware and whatnot, data and analysis, impacts of computing, networks and the internet, including cybersecurity. So there's lots of other topics here that are covered, and not just programming.
You've been involved in this field for quite some time. Tell the audience a little bit about that background.
Yeah, so I used to be a teacher. I taught middle school and upper elementary school computer science, and then I've trained hundreds of teachers across the country on how to teach computer science. Right now, I'm the Vice President of Education at Code Ninjas, the largest, fastest growing kids coding franchise in the U.S. And so, I've definitely been in this space for a while. I also helped write those standards that I talked about, that are the standards for middle school computer science and beyond. K-12, actually, it's for all the K-12 grades.
What's your assessment of the situation we're in when it comes to educating young people about computers, programming, et cetera here?
I think that we are far behind from other countries, and that we really need to put the pedal to the metal here. We should really be focusing on bringing computer science to all of our students, just like we teach science to all of our kids to make them well-rounded citizens, to teach them about the physical world around us. We should be doing the same because we now live in a digital world, and we should be teaching them about the digital world around us. There are stats out there about 65% of elementary kids will work a job that doesn't exist yet. And we need to prepare them for that future where, we don't know what those jobs will look like. So we should be preparing them to live in this digital world, because most likely those jobs will will involve a lot of computer science and technology in those positions.
It strikes me in going through the book that it may be designed for middle school students, but a lot of us older folks can get a lot out of it too, in terms of helping to understand what's going on when we do turn on the computer.
Yeah, because of my background in spending a lot of time in my career teaching teachers how to teach computer science, I actually wrote this with teachers and adults in mind, knowing that a lot of adults will kind of enter at the middle school level if they're now interested in computer science. So this is not going to help you change your career to a software developer. This book won't do that for you, but it'll definitely open your eyes to what the world of computer science is, how to think about computer science and the digital world while raising your kids in this digital world. I recommend it not just for middle schoolers, but definitely for all ages that want to learn about the basic concepts in computer science.
Very cool. And it's available right now, right? Just out. Tell us a little more about how deep people can get. I mean, you're not taking, they're not really, you can't in a book like this go in depth in teaching young people and adults everything they need to know about programming, but the idea is to teach them the basics and they can take it from there.
Yeah, so you're right. Like for example, in the chapters on Python, we're not going to teach you everything there is to know about Python or, some of the other languages or some of the other concepts. But what we've done is aligned them to the middle school standards, which don't go in depth because it's a finite time, right? And so we've aligned them to be developmentally appropriate for that age range. And so we go deep enough where the kids will definitely learn interesting things for where they're at developmentally, but we don't go too deep that they start to get lost and the concepts just start swimming around in their head. We definitely want to make sure that everything is grounded and we give real world examples, and all of the examples that we give are applicable to them in their lives, and there's cute illustrations and little cartoons throughout the whole book, so we make it very relatable to the kids.
Terrific. Once again, it's called Everything You Need to Ace Computer Science and Coding in One Big Fat Notebook. Terrific stuff. Grant Smith, thanks for taking the time with us.
Thanks, Fred.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on CCrane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love CCrane.